Hello, good afternoon, friends. This is me, Amechi AK, broadcasting from Nigeria, and I'm addressing the billion coin community around the globe. This afternoon is indeed a bright and sunny one, and it shows that things are getting clearer, and we are all happy trying to help things stand out, especially building the community of TBC. So, it's me, and I'm always like to say things the way they are. And since we have been able to see that what we are doing carries a lot of meaning, goes with another great reason why we will not give up anything. So this afternoon, indeed, I'm promising you I'm not going to sound rude, but at the same time, you may not see me too impressive here because I'm going to say things exactly the way they are and the way I feel about them. I believe that most of you who will have the patience to listen to me and reason with me will agree with me that I'm saying nothing but the truth, and that is how it should be. So, the broadcasters around the globe, I'm appealing to you. Let's not try to say anything that is not in line or in alignment with TBC. Let us always project what we are trying to tell people out there to be the fact. And should we see any place that we are not getting it done rightly, let us expose it and help people to get going with the community the way it should be. So, this afternoon, I'll be talking about something that really interests everyone who will be patient enough to listen to me. So, I started by saying, or put it in this way. Assuming that everything has continued exactly the way they started. No changes, no adjustments, no upgrades or downgrades. Even if the conditions warrant that things need to be changed and nothing is happening. So what do you think will happen? When you see that changes are needed, but due to the fact that those who are supposed to make things happen just want it to remain that way, what do you think will happen? Definitely everything will grind to a halt. Things are going to stop. And when they stop, it simply means that those who are supposed to do things are actually or will actually not do exactly what is expected or expected of them. So, but thank God for the flexibility of the things around us today. Thank God that the world is changing. Thank God that we see everything moving in different directions just to keep the things in motion the way it should be. So we are not stagnant. And in this community in TBC, we never pray for being stagnant. We are not stagnant. We ever keep moving. And that is the reason why we are different from any other firm or any other opportunity out there. TBC is great. And as something great, you need to stand up and have it projected in that way that is something great that we need to project exactly the way it is. So it is our individual's ability to deal with changes, even some of which we never expect, probably anytime sooner, is what actually makes us more stronger as individuals and not necessarily as a group. Our ability to deal with changes as they come, even those changes we never expected, but when we see it, when we see them, we move on to embrace them and analyze how we can get going with it. That is what makes us real and strong individuals that we are, and not just those who are waiting for things to remain the way they are without anything happening. No, that retards progress. Progress means that changes must occur, and when changes does happen or do happen, we'll be man or woman enough to embrace it and keep things moving. So that is it. So in TBC here, collectively, we are building and promoting a course which we had individually studied and has come to see that is something great. TBC is something great, and that is what we have individually studied and have come to see that this thing is too huge. Okay, so we are promoting a big course. I wonder if all of us understand it to be that way. If you don't know, TBC is a gigantic project, and we have to give it that super push that comes from our hearts. We don't want to hide anything. We don't want to greedily pursue things and come back, start blaming TBC. We have to put the needed effort to push TBC the way it's supposed to be. So, but for the fact that we accepted something today as something great, we accepted something as something great. If you accept anything as something great, let me tell you something, folks. Such thing or those things could only remain great to us if we continually make it so by trying to adjust our initial understanding of it with the present adjustment being made over time. Yes, today we see that this is very great. In fact, I'm going to give it all. In fact, this thing is wonderful. That thing can only remain wonderful if we continually follow it up with our initial excitement and try not to allow anything to dampen our zeal. So here in TBC community, some of the early adopters who came into TBC and believed it to be what they presumed, but which the letters took clear and contradicted. Some of them are no longer fully excited as before about TBC. Some people came in with some kind of preconceived mindset. Okay, I'm assuming this is exactly how TBC is going to be. This is what, yes, if we are going to work it that way, we move it this way, we turn it this direction, and everything will just work out the way we want it. That is what some people had in mind, like the early 2000, let me say around 2000, late 2016 to 2017, things, we have a whole lot of chaotic behavior. People are just busy discounting and they are busy making a lot of money and think or the thought that it's going to continue in that way. But as time goes by, we started seeing changes coming up from the admin. Different way of doing, having things done better started coming. You know, some people dropped. Yes, some people can't see any reason why they have to continue in TBC because since they are not allowed to do it or carry their business anyhow they want it, what's the essence? You see? But their personal or individual idea of what TBC is. TBC is not accommodating that in any way. TBC is moving on its own pace. And if you really want to go on with TBC, you have to be ready to be in alignment and not out of alignment. So it happened. Some of them stood aside, others were no longer fully interested, and things like that. But that is just for them. Others too allow their personal differences to cut across the credibilities that they have built over time in the community. And so many other things inclusive. People were just getting disturbed that the TBC that they used to know is getting stronger and so many adjustments is being made to accommodate others. Initially they thought it's only going to be only them alone and they can dictate what happens. But when they discover that it is not so, that is more than what they know, some started feeling bad. It shouldn't be. So what some of these fellows forget is that they forget that TBC is built to last. Is built even to outlast the founder, so to say. But they don't know. They think it's something that can just move business as usual. I know it more than you, and for that, I'll for all time continue to milk you dry and dictate how you go about it. And but that is not TBC, friends, folks. That is not TBC. They don't know that TBC is gradually but slowly moving to complete decentralization. They never know that. The only thing that TBC is going to continue to remain that soft pedaling the way they have been doing it and making whichever their decision or whichever they want it. But admin is giving zero tolerance to any form of monopoly in TBC. And that is, some people are not getting right. So folks, I said earlier that I'm not going to sound rude, but you may not see me sounding too impressive. I'm not going to impress anybody because I'm just saying things the way they are. And saying things the way they are helps people to really, those who are honestly following things up, it will help them to know that what we are doing or what they're doing is something great. So most of people, these people, they fail to realize that the newborns doesn't always remain so. Changes do come, even some when some of these babies or newborns object to that. But as adults, we continue to help them see that our decision as adults is always better than those of the children who don't know what they're doing. So I am speaking as helping people to see what is happening or what is going to happen. Some who are today benefiting from TBC, but they fail to realize that the changes coming is going to be great. If they just, prefer to remain, in fact, I think it's going to be like this, and nothing is going to happen. Yes, I am earning this and earning this in TBC, and that is going to how it's going to remain. Folks, if you have that kind of mindset, let me assure you one thing: you are in for a very big disappointment. The earlier you adjust now, the area you try to make yourself more useful in other areas and aspects of TBC, the better. TBC is moving, TBC is getting bigger, and none of us know what is going to become of tomorrow. So, when we are looking at a great opportunity such as we have in TBC, let us always try to analyze it with the life we are living. Stop looking at any single individual as the reason why you are being into TBC. Most of us who are in TBC today, we don't know each other before we came in. But we get to know each other because we see that we are promoting the same cause. And that has always been the case. TBC family, in fact, they are very wonderful. When you see them talk, you see them speak in unison. But at the same time, our individual differences and those we choose to listen to over time may start to have corrosive influence on our initial stand on TBC. What is happening around the world today has really given us an eye-opener to see that even the so-called auto coins, other alternative currencies coins out there, we see that they are being manipulated in different ways just to enrich few individuals and still give the illusion that everything is happening or everything is just new. It is not. It is only in TBC community that we can see simple but the simple truth. Forget about the fact that we have so many opportunities to make money sideways by TBC. But those who don't really know what TBC is, those things is busy confusing them. Not knowing that it's just a way of trying to live in both paradigm, that is in both sides. Excuse me. Talk about something that is generally accepted outside that you are there. Talk about the community-based, the abundance-based currency, you are there. So when you allow yourself to really understand what admin is doing for the community in TBC, you discover that TBC is more than any individual. So don't start looking at, hey, this person is in TBC. I also am going to be in TBC because what if it's no longer there tomorrow? What will you do? Or what if the inevitable changes takes effect? People do die. And for the fact that you're doing TBC today, that doesn't mean that you don't have to die. The only thing that gives us life is that promise of God that when we have it, we have life in abundance. Even if we don't have that, but when we are talking about TBC, we're talking about alternative to how we can get things going or doing things better. But some people are a kind of allowing their individual differences, trying to insist that things must be in the way they want it. What are you doing? Is it your personal something? TBC is not something personal, for goodness sake. TBC is gradually moving to complete decentralization. And when you see things going in that way, great changes, even what we never expected, is going to take place. But many people today, they still want it to continue the way it is. But folks, changes are inevitable and it must surely take place, whether we like it or not. And it is for the good of the whole community that the changes are coming. But most of these changes, some of us may not want it, or may not, we outrightly may not like it. But that doesn't stop changes from happening. So when we are telling people about the wonderful things we have, the opportunities we have in the community, the great features of the community, what we stand to gain by doing things rightly in the community, many may not just understand it. But that doesn't mean that what we are saying is not a fact. That doesn't mean that we don't know what we are talking about. We know what we are talking about, but it's only that those people, they don't know what we are talking. Okay? It is our duty to try to an extent, yeah, to some reasonable extent, to help them understand that this is what we are talking about. Okay? This is our clear stand. This is how we want it, and this is the way it is going. This is what we are. We are TBC members, and we believe that these coins will never go down in value. We believe that it is different from every other alternative coins outside there. That this is poised to end poverty for those who accept it as means of exchange. So help people to understand that TBC is not ordinary. If it is ordinary, everybody will just key into it, but it's not just ordinary. Apart from the fact that you are going to spend some money to come into it, some people can't even spend the ability to think, their knowledge. In fact, TBC is too much for them to comprehend. So it's not just about money aspect of it. Sometimes even after they may have that money, but telling them that this is something better, they will tell you outrightly that, please, I don't know what you're talking about. That I'm used to the way I've been doing my things and nothing is going to change. Leave them. What is going to change? Leave them. Don't give yourself problem on that. But one thing I'm trying to help people to see is, especially with TBCians, let's not be stagnant. Let's not be still. Let's not just start hoping that things will remain just the way they are. Things changes and we cannot just help it. The changes we are seeing in TBC today, it is meant for our own good. When we see that things are changing, we have some great buildings or strong firms today, which we don't even know those who started them. TBC is evolving in a way that most of us talking about it today will not be there in the years to come to continue talking about TB. By then, TBC have stood its ground. Are we still going to be relevant that we talked about TBC sometimes ago? What we are doing is we are building TBC. And what you see most of us doing now is that we are laying the foundation. That foundation, after which is going to be covered with sand. But without that foundation, the building is not going to stand. So you don't necessarily have to see those blocks that were buried beneath the ground so that the house can stand. So let's see what we're doing today as building that very foundation to keep the community very strong. What people tomorrow are going to see is a big building. Must you know the foundation of a house? What and what it took, how let me not go too far in helping people to see this. Let's just understand that we have something great. Okay? And another thing we should stop is looking at anybody. Don't look at up to anybody in TBC. Try to understand study TBC. Know it inside out. Read the blogs. Attend meetings. Ask questions. This thing is real money. And you are building something that is very real and something that is going to last. So the moment you know that you are standing alone in TBC and you are building something that will benefit you, even generations unborn, it is then we'll be able to tell ourselves the simple truth that TBC is not for any individual per se. It's not for any single individual. TBC is something as great as anything you can think of. So folks, let us do what we can do, especially to make use of the bounties, to help people come into TBC. Let us project it before people, and as we go about helping others to understand it, let's help them to understand the real fact. Okay? Let's approach TBC as something great and stop allowing individual differences, opinions to rule our mode of thinking. No. Let us try to know what admin want us to know, because admin started this and he has more knowledge about it than every other person. So folks, I remain my humble self. I mean, your true friend Amechi. I'm always trying to see how we can be of help to one another, how we can keep this going. We don't want anything to happen that will greatly adversely affect TBC. It's already standing. So anything you see ourselves doing is just to help others who don't know about it, and even help some of us who may be either thinking wrongly about the whole thing. So let us do the best we can do and keep this community going instead of thinking otherwise. Thank you, and till next time when we talk, thank you so much.